Oh boy.
Ah, my man. How have we been, brother?
Oh, dude, just living the dream, right? Isn't that what they say?
Well, living somebody's dream. I don't know whose. You know what I mean? That's what I always say.
Right, right,
It
right.
ain't my dream.
Mm, I
Uh
gotcha. I gotcha.
nah, man. I've been, out here in Greenville. It's wrapping up. I have 2 more weeks out here.
Yeah.
This has been a blast, man.
Awesome, dude.
This has been really awesome. I got to meet a bunch of people, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
surrogates, a lot of like people in the political sphere.
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna miss. I didn't think I was gonna say this when I first
Oh
got
boy.
here, but I'm gonna miss Greenville, North Carolina.
Oh, well,
I know it's kind of grown on me a
it's
little bit,
only,
man.
it's only like a 4-hour drive. So
It really is. It really is. It's so long.
only a 4-hour drive.
I don't want to do it, but I will. But I will to see these cool people.
Ah,
No, just like the
awesome.
the the, the host family that I've been staying with. My first host family was awesome.
Yeah.
Just the friends, people I've just been able to just like get absolutely like, you know, just so much fun
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
out for like drinks and food and coffees and stuff like that. It's been really really cool, man. So definitely a small piece of the pie of Clyde's life, but very
That
important and
is
pivotal. So,
great news. Great to hear.
man, is that the canine in the background?
Yeah, he's having time of his life right now, apparently.
Just barking at the
Just
world.
barking. Just as loud as he can for no reason whatsoever. He's probably just standing in the living room by himself, just barking.
he he knows Dad hit record is what it
Yeah, yeah.
is. It's
Yeah, he's been
literally
quiet.
what it
I
is.
I didn't even know he was here. I thought he moved out until a few seconds ago when he started barking. So I don't know what that's all
Aren't you
about.
old enough to get your own damn apartment
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
dog? What are you doing?
What are you doing? Uh yeah, so I don't know. He's full of himself right now, so
Gotcha. What's been good
we'll
with you
see how
though,
that
man? I
goes.
haven't talked to you a couple weeks.
Yeah, man. Took vacation last week, right?
Yeah.
Which is why we did not have an episode out. Uh,
Don't y'all go
we
down
just
to don't y'all go down to like Florida and go to Fantasy Fest with all the
yes,
with all the rest of the you know who.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know what that means. To be honest with you, I don't know
Google
what I don't
Fantasy
know.
Fest. Actually, guys, don't Google Fantasy Fest. It's a bad
Okay, I
idea.
don't know what that means.
Not suitable for
Uh,
work, okay?
I definitely did not do that. Just for the record, whatever that is. Uh, yeah, we ended up just kind of kicking around the house and doing a few things around here. Got some projects finished up that I was not done with and didn't really plan to do, but since we didn't actually leave the state, um,
Okay.
end up just doing a little staycation as they call it.
Very
I
nice.
don't know who calls it that, but some people do.
Clearly
Uh,
you are calling it that, and I'm
you writing that down?
agreeing with you. Write it
All
down.
right,
It's staycation,
wrote it.
dog. It's what happened. It's there now. And it's in Sharpie, so it definitely happened,
Oh,
okay?
forever. Yeah, yeah.
Definitely happened,
Um,
man.
yeah, man. Just kind of the normal stuff. We didn't do nothing crazy. So, but had a nice little, just a chill weekend, man. What about you?
Good deal, man. Good deal. Um, I, I, I mean, it's an election tomorrow. We're recording this podcast on Monday. It drops on Thursday, so we'll see who's the next president elect by that time. But
Well,
then what the fuck is that?
I forgot that. I forgot you hadn't seen that mug yet.
What is that you're drinking out of, ladies and gentlemen?
That is a
For
Super
the people
Mario coin box, or whatever you want to
for the
call it.
people who are listening to this on the way to work, I hope
This is
you
going to
didn't
be our
spill your
thumbnail.
coffee. But like, Javi is now drinking it out of a question mark block from Super Mario World.
I forgot.
What? I have never seen that before. That is super
I
awesome.
got that. I got that over the weekend. there's GameStop by my house, and it's next to the Lowe's, and so it's GameStop, East Coast Wings, and then Lowe's.
Well, let me write this down.
So
So we got
yeah,
GameStop. Let me write down this instead here.
so I bought this at GameStop. It was on sale for like $5.
GameStop, East Coast Wings, and what else was there?
A Lowe's. There's a Lowe's right there.
Lowe's.
They're connected to each other. So
Just a shopping mall full of
yeah, all the goodies. Yeah.
all the goodies for Javi. How's it feel having grown man money to literally buy whatever you want?
It's pretty good.
Just,
yeah,
just
literally
to be
bought
like
a coin mug.
Just to be
And
like
you
in
know
our upper 30s and like literally have grown man money and just to like buy the shit that we never could as kids because mom and dad said like we can't afford it. We just
Yeah, look,
you don't
like,
need that.
There's
You
like
don't
4
need it.
guitars and a compound bow in my backdrop.
You don't need it, but you have it. Okay.
So, though, what's great is I buy these mugs strictly for this podcast. Like, this just sat there and wasn't even washed till like 5 minutes before we had this show.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it, man.
it's actually, I mean, it's humongous. When I saw it on camera, it was comedically gigantic.
That's why I stopped talking. And you did it so like casually.
I didn't even think about it. Okay. Yeah, but good times.
No, man. Yeah. So it's an election season, and I'm working that. So gearing up, finishing that, and we'll see what happens, man. Other than that, Halloween was dope. I went to downtown Greenville, hung out. I got like a really core group of like friends I've been kind of like kicking it with here. That is outside of one is somebody we work with. Others are like her friends. So we all just kind of kicking it, having a good time. We all went out for Halloween and tore it up, man. Tore up downtown Greenville. So just had a blast, man.
Awesome.
I think so.
Yeah, we were gonna actually go see Venom this week at the Baden Lake Drive-In.
That would have been dope.
But we looked at the schedule, and like Saturday was the last night they were having shows this season, I guess.
Oh yeah.
And the odds were not stacked in our favor that we were gonna
drive
like 30 minutes or so, and then it not be a mess there.
Have you seen a movie out there yet?
I've never been there ever.
Me neither. Been to Baden Lake like twice, and I've never been to their drive-in.
Yeah. Well, it's supposed
always
to be,
wanted to go to a drive-in though.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a double feature. It was going to be Venom and Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh wow!
But it's a pretty long day.
That's a day and a half right there.
Yeah. So we ended up just not doing that and went at like 10 o'clock Sunday morning. So
I love that idea.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. It was good.
I want to go see Venom. Our movie of the week, guys, is Venom: The Last Dance, and I went to go see it super late at night again.
Yeah,
because, well, you know why.
Yeah.
Can't really disclose, but there's things I don't want to be a part of. So I decided to go to the movies instead.
Yeah, okay. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I got you.
Welcome to this episode of Movie in a Pod. I'm Clyde Smith.
And I am Javier Villalobos.
On this week's episode, we're discussing the trailers for Presents, the end, in our movie of the week, Venom: The Last Dance. The Last Dance for romance. For the record, I gotta up my mug game, man. I'm kind of jealous. When I get back, I'm just going on Amazon buying all the cool mugs.
It's a bunch of mugs. It's about time for I'm trying to find a turkey mug.
Gobble gobble.
Would it be weird if I was like drinking the drink out of like the beak of the turkey? Would that be awkward? like a gravy boat kind of. Yeah.
That wouldn't be weird at all.
Okay. All right, we'll see what we can do.
Hey man, you'll have it, and you'll have it at the house tomorrow,
Yeah.
probably. So, probably waiting for you at GameStop right now.
That's where I buy all my mugs now. GameStop.
All right, team. We got some trailers coming out here. We got Presence in the End.
Yeah.
Just to always let you know, it's been a couple weeks, so we're just reminding you. You can see our full trailer reactions by clicking that link tree in the show notes.
Yes.
You can see the YouTube, the TikToks,
You see
the
my gigantic
Instagrams, the
mug?
Threads. His humongous mug is going to be on there. Not his beautiful face, but also his actual like coin block mug thingy. So it's a question mark. So it might not be a coin. It could be like a mushroom or a flower
Oh,
power thing or a tail. You know what I mean? So
good point.
cat
Good
suit.
point.
So many options. So team, like always, like, share, subscribe. We appreciate your support.
Meow.
What's
It was
like?
a clear dark night, a clear white moon. Warren G was on the scene.
What's what like?
I don't know why people just move into creepy ass homes. I just don't know. This is like,
Yeah, it's starting off
When you
already.
let anybody
Like,
die.
oh,
Scary.
not a fan. Not a fan already.
And it goes on.
What do you mean?
I have a
it
feeling
looks
it's
like
about
nothing
to scream
happens
in our
the entire
ear.
time.
It's about to scream in our ear here in a second.
Like the world cracks apart. You fall into this hole.
Terrifies you, leaves you. Oh god.
And the
Told
sides
you.
are mud. And
Told you.
you can't get out.
Oh wow.
You wonder where they are.
Was that Lucy?
And you
Oh, yeah.
wonder what it would be like if you were there too.
Love her.
I am not going to sleep tonight now.
I don't sleep at all,
No.
so probably go
Too many
see
scary
this movie.
movies. Used to be watching scary movies all the time, so you don't have to
Oh
sleep.
my dog. Dude, Steve Soderbergh and David Cup? Okay. All right, team. We have Presence. According to IMDb, a family becomes convinced they are not alone after moving into their new home in the suburbs. Directed by Steven Soderbergh, written by David Coep, and starring Lucy Liu, Julia Fox, Chris Sullivan, and others. It was more like a teaser trailer,
Yeah.
right? But give me your thoughts on this, Javi.
Yeah, I mean, that's all we got, right? Like, pretty creepy, and then the house started shaking. So I have no notes at the moment, sir.
No notes?
Not a lot to go on right now.
Yeah. What was interesting to me was that one, Steven Soderbergh, he's one of the greatest directors like ever. And David Coeb, he's always worked with like Steven Spielberg a bunch. So a good team put together. I like that the leads are like an Asian American family instead of like a white family or we've seen a lot of white family horror films, you know. So we're getting a
Right.
different perspective. That's cool. Will they handle it any differently? I'm not seeing that they are from this trailer, and like from the looks of it, they could have been a white family. You know what I mean? Like black folks,
Yeah.
Hispanic folks, we would have never moved into that house after we heard that, like, you know, there was a ghost. We would have packed up right away. I don't remember what the parody
You
movie
gotta,
was, but like Marlon Wayans did a movie where somebody was like, somebody died in this house, and he just like packed up the entire U-Haul himself and was like, nope, we gotta get the hell out of here. Like that's what we do, right?
yeah.
At any sight of ghost. I don't
Yeah.
know. Looks interesting.
maybe another trailer that'll give us just a tiny bit more of where we're going. 'Cause I'm not sure if it's a
Earthquake.
ghost
know.
movie or maybe somebody just living in the walls or something. Sounds like an episode of Supernatural. But
Just give you 60 seconds, right?
Yeah,
60 minutes.
Yeah, we'll see.
But no, like that team though, Soderbergh and Coep, like I'm locked in. Like I do want to see that. Also, you see that runtime? You see that hour 25 runtime, dude?
Oh, nice.
That's like
nice.
Bro, it's 85 minutes, man.
Is this
you can still go outside and cut the grass, man.
Theaters, I guess. Yeah, cut the grass, yeah. Yeah, cool. We'll see what comes up with this.
A theater drop here. Team, we're gonna throw presents on our socials. Let us know your thoughts. Also, what is your favorite like haunted house movie? Also, what's your favorite Steven Soderbergh movie, guys? Let us know in the comments.
Mom, in the beginning, did you ever consider inviting more people?
Who could we trust? We had to think about you.
Stop lifting that mug.
Past so fast. Before you notice them, they're gone.
Oh, arm's gonna be all swole from lifting that big ass mug.
Can you see how she got in?
No.
What is happening?
Half a mile of rock above us.
We live here.
We must be a family.
What about your family?
They're gone.
So you're alone?
Hey, General Zod.
When I was little, people came.
Sometimes they seem nice, but it always ended the same way. They'd try and kill us every time.
Talk about black folks? She's trying to sing her little heart out, man.
Why she's here. It's like she has an agenda.
An agenda? I don't see what...
You don't see.
I'll never feel a storm blowing warm and wet. I'll never see the hills.
Your favorite, man? Musicals.
Boy, I think I like her.
But you've never met anybody before.
And I know it can't turn back.
What if we just left this place?
There's nothing out there. You must be very brave, what you went through.
So she was down there by herself, or they found her?
Or she's the queen of the mold people. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Dude. Once they started singing, I kind of checked out.
I tried to stay in it, but it just wasn't working.
What's up when they started singing?
None of it's true.
All right, team. We have The End. According to IMDb, this is a golden age style musical about the last human family, directed by Joshua Oppenheimer, written by Rasmus Heisenberg and Joshua Ottenreiner, Tilda Swinton, Michael Shannon, George McKay, Lenny James, Moses Ingram. Yeah, this is what this what's basically what the hell's happening in this trailer, Javi, other than like singing?
Like you said, I was trying to figure out what was happening, but like you said, the singing kind of put me off. I don't really want to go watch a movie, theater movie for singing.
More musical trailers.
You are on it with the notes tonight, sir. and what's great is like what I picture your notepad looking like at the end is just a bunch of like scribbles. It's not even words, it's just scribble marks all over it. So good.
You're not wrong.
So good.
You're not wrong at all.
I mean,
so
like they stumble upon a lone girl stuck somewhere, or they're stuck somewhere and she stumbles upon them. I didn't really uh, walk through that very well with the trailer.
I feel like they're gonna find either one of two things at the end of this movie. Either the power of friendship or the power of love.
I mean,
Every movie is about that.
The only two. Yeah,
That's the only two options. Or she's bringing like the mole people to kill everybody. That's the only third option. I don't get that from a musical though. That'd be some weird shit. They're like having like this awesome like love musical number, and then all of a sudden like she like shoots him or something. Like where'd the gun come from? You know what I mean?
People
That
just
would be a
start digging
turn.
themselves out the ground and grabbing their legs and taking them under, stuff like that. But in like a musical sequence. Right?
Oh, naturally.
Yeah.
To like choreographed killings of this family.
Kind of like the end of the Kingsman, where your boy sets off all of the Neuralinks.
Yep.
Right?
That would be dope as hell.
And
I agree, brother. So yeah, we have. So George McKay is actually really good. So he was in 1917, I think that was the movie with Sam Mendes. If I'm not mistaken, is that what it was called? Let's take a look here. George, let's go to your movie, bro. Yeah, he was in 1917. So he was actually really good in that. He was the lead. He did fantastic. I didn't know the guy could sing.
Getting down, just throwing down.
Choreographed dancing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hitting, jumping up on a black girl. I mean, I feel you, boss. I see you, man.
Let's get it.
A little jungle fever there. Team. Team, we're going to throw the end on our socials. Let us know your thoughts. Me and Javi personally can tell you right now, and I'm going to finally speak for Javi.
Yeah, please.
We're not the biggest fans of movie musicals. If I want that, I'm going to go to like live theater or just go hear like a good band like 50 Flies or something, right? You guys should do a musical.
Well, I think, but don't you somewhat enjoy like movies based on musicals though?
That's different, man. Okay.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's a different
here.
thing, but
it's
you
a different
enjoy
thing.
that.
So like Bohemian Rhapsody, what's the Elton John one? Rocket Man, stuff like that. I enjoy movies like that.
I don't think that's a musical movie though.
It's
not a dance musical number, right? It's like about music.
It's a biop about like musicians, right?
Yeah.
That is enjoyable, especially when they infuse the music in there. This is just, okay. Just like let's think about this for a second, okay?
There's people just singing like everybody around is probably freaked out by them.
Let's just say like me and you went to breakfast tomorrow morning.
Okay.
All right. The whole diner's whole full with people. We're eating, and all of a sudden like you get up and start breaking out in song and dance to explain to me that we're going to the movies at noon.
Yeah.
But you have a 4.5 minute number canning on the bar where people are drinking their coffee and eating their waffles.
When it comes to you, man, can't let it out. Can't hold that stuff in.
That's why like I don't like it, because it's always like because people would just have like normal conversations and then they'll just like they'll just break out in song. I'm just like, why couldn't you just keep talking?
Well, like you said, you have like just start dancing and jumping around. Everybody else is still kind of just eating their food and drinking their coffee. Like it's not. It's not happening.
Bro, I was gonna finish that soup, dog. Like, what? Really? You just kicked it off the damn bar.
Kicking shoe dirt all over everybody's food and stuff. Outside dirt in the house.
Man.
Yeah.
Take the damn boots off, man, before you get on the bar at least.
Yeah. Yeah, these are just weird to me. I've never enjoyed them.
Like, and like the funniest ones is like High School Musical, right? Because like I've only watched the first one. I've only watched like 35 minutes of it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I just can't imagine like me and you walking down the hall, be like, "Oh man, test is coming up," and you just start singing and dancing about how hard you studied last night about
Yeah.
for the exam or something, and that I got to
Knowing
keep
I'm
my head
lying.
in the game. So it's weird.
Knowing I'm a liar saying that. I got
Team.
notes written on my arm. What are you doing?
They're fading, dog. Team, we're gonna do the end on our socials. Let us know your thoughts.
Did you finish watching Agatha? Yeah.
Anyway, I gotta go.
So that's a no. You didn't
That's
finish watching
a
Agatha.
definite no.
I got 3 bullet points for you.
Okay, 3
If
bullet
you like
points.
to hear-
Hold on.
And then you don't have to even watch it. You'll be good to go.
Write this down. 3 points. All right, let's go.
It's just the bit for the night. I love it. The fucking
Point
the
1.
paper and the gigantic mug. That's what we're rocking with tonight.
That's what we're running with today. I love it.
Agatha's a ghost.
Ghost.
Aubrey Plaza is death.
Hot.
That too.
Okay, but what was the first word you said?
Death. She's death.
She's death.
Yes.
She's not dead. She's actually death. Like
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And
Super hot death, man. Way hotter than the one that was in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yeah. And this is Billy. He's Wiccan. He's got his powers. And he actually created everything that happened on the Witch's Road with his mind. So
got mind powers.
That was the
mind
big
powers for short. I was running out of room, so
mind powers.
Yeah,
that's
Billy
pretty
got
much
mind
it.
powers.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So
cool, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think the biggest thing I would assume is that Aubrey Plaza is death. So that would make her the death for the whole MCU.
Is she Mephisto?
No. Death is death.
Is death not Mephisto?
I don't believe so.
Dude,
Death,
they've
death
just been
is love interest for Deadpool and Thanos.
Oh, whoa.
So I would assume that she is. I mean, she's a one-off character. If there's going to be a death, it's going to be Aubrey.
McLovin, super bad, super late in the movie. He's in a bed.
Yeah.
That's how I feel right now.
So, good time.
I'm going to figure out the time, and I'm going to start using that.
Okay.
Instead of actually saying it. That's awesome. So, like, that's actually, like, a pretty big character because, like, she's pretty hot in the comics, right?
I believe so. So, a big role as in, like, she...
Damn it,
she's
watch
dead.
this stupid show now.
She's dead, so she can literally be any part of any of the movies that are in this reality.
Does she have the power to bring people back to life?
I believe she can do whatever she wants to do.
That's hot.
So
she can kill me and bring me back.
Yeah,
30,000 times.
There you go. So that's the gist of what happened at the end of the thing.
Now I gotta watch it because Aubrey Plaza is hot, so It's gonna happen. All right, man. Let's jump into this week's movie.
Sounds good.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have Venom, The Last Dance.
Yes, we do.
This movie dropped on October 25th. It's written and directed by Kelly Marcel.
We have a budget of $120 million, and so far it's grossed $316.9 million.
That's right.
Starring this, we have Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock / Venom. Chiwetel Ejiofor as Rex Strickland, Juno Temple as Teddy Payne, Dr. Teddy Payne, excuse me. Rise Infans as Martin Moon, Stephen Graham as Patrick Mulligan, Peggy Lou as Miss Chin, Clark Bacco as Sadie Christmas, Alana Ubach as Nova Moon, and Andy Serkis as Noel.
Oh yeah, no,
Noel.
no there. All right, team. We're gonna start at the top. With an amazing synopsis of this movie, because I almost forgot. Let me make a note of that.
I was waiting. I was like, all right, let me go ahead and get him again if you forgot about it.
It's been a minute now.
Yeah. So, when in the movie we find out that when Eddie and Venom are together and Venom's in his full form, that he carries a codex that is the key to unlocking the cage that currently holds the creative symbiotes in it, called Null. So they have to do whatever they can in order to keep that codex out of his hands and out of the symbiote hunter's hands, so they cannot release him.
How do you say that S word again?
The symbiotes?
You say it really cool, man. Symbiotes. I like the way you say it. That's all I'm saying, dude. It's kind of
All right.
sexy.
Appreciate it.
Kind of got like a Chris Hemsworth swag to you. With the Australian accent, with this natural accent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I've been hanging out a lot with them, so kind of starting to rub off on me a little bit.
That's good. That's good, man.
Yeah.
You guys look so much alike too.
Yeah, we get mixed up a lot.
Thor, it's just me, Javi, guys. It's just me, Javier. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's start at the top, man. Tom Hardy is back as Eddie Brock / Venom, and it's just Tom Hardy, man. Like he's always been such a strong, dramatic actor. You know, we saw Locke. He's been Bane. His role in basically like anything he's done, he's just always been like a serious type actor. I think the funniest thing outside of these Venom movies that he's done has been Inception, right? Where he was like cool, sexy, but also like he could be like the funny guy in that. But everything else he's been really dramatic, scary, and just awesome. The fact that he's in this and how he's doing it, I just love it. I love the turn, man. Like I really like the guys who are more dramatic actors and they do take a comedic turn, like Ryan Gosling. He can do it. Leo has showed that he can do it as well. And now Tom Hardy, man, like even Brad Pitt, you know what I mean? Like he's just been dramatic for so much. He has great comedic timing. But that's what's like. And that's kind of like the basis of this movie. You were about to say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say even Tom's like comedy isn't really him being funny. It's more of him just hitting a certain delivery.
Yeah.
And the fact that like the whole movie, well, actually him as Venom and Eddie Brock together, since that started in the first movie, he's just like, he just seems like he's always in pain.
Yeah.
And like he's always like just having the roughest day. No matter what it is, he just looks like he's just been through it. And that kind of gives him that extra little bit of comedy to where when he lands a good line, it's even funnier because it's coming from this dude who's like shouldn't be funny. He should be miserable from the way he's acting.
He's like at the end of his like rope, but still he has to deal with this damn symbiote that's in his ear, like is in his head, you know, forever. So that's like where the comedy comes from. Really enjoyable there. But like what I like is him in this movie, and you know, he also voices Venom by doing he's like there's a earpiece in his ear so he can basically have a conversation with himself when he's on screen. So I thought that was really cool how they did that. Nobody was off screen. It wasn't voiced by anybody. It was literally just him being able to do that. So that's like money. And I even like the fact that they went on a like buddy cop, buddy adventure, cross trekking through America to kind of clear his name. Because at this point, like you said, he's on the run. He's in Mexico. They said let's go to New York to go clear our name, and I'll be good or whatever. And that's kind of the whole vibe. They both get nowhere near New York, but I think that's where like also the comedy comes from.
Yeah.
But like that for me, that's it. As far as like, maybe I'm giving the goose away now, but as far as like what really worked in this movie was that aspect. Everything else we'll talk about in a few minutes, starting with Chichewa Ejiofor. Like, it was like, what are we doing? So, speaking of the great actor Chichewa Ejiofor as Rex Strickland, a commander for Imperium who is tracking Eddie and trying to capture Venom. Javi, what's going on with this guy?
My man has played a lot of characters that just kind of randomly pop up in the MCU. Like even the same ones that just don't have nothing to do with each other. The multiverse is what we refer to.
Yep.
Yeah, so as Rex Strickland, he is tracking Eddie and tracking Venom and really a big the boots on the ground of the symbiote program that we see in the movie. Yeah, he's basically just learns about the whole thing that's going on from one of the other ones and just needs to get his hands on Eddie and Venom to stop all this. And he does a pretty good job. He kind of finishes his mission for a split second.
Yeah.
But has that character arc of all these are all the bad guys, blah blah blah, to okay, they're not as bad as I thought they were.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, are you wanting to just track and capture the symbiotes? Do you hate the symbiotes? Are you okay with the symbiotes? Are you okay? Like, are you friends with Dr. Teddy Payne? Are you like enemies with her? Like, what's your arc? And I feel like the writing is just like, we're going to need for you to do this in this scene. And okay, now that we shot that, don't worry about how your character arc is going from that scene. We need you to do this now. And it's a 180. And I'm just like, I don't get this guy. Like, have him have a North Star and let him keep that and like develop that. And he kept on changing and flipping. And then they were like, send out the 6. I'm thinking like, okay, Sinister 6, let's go. No, just 6 military guys that were like trash. Right? That got eaten up really quickly. What the hell?
Yeah, he had a wild ride.
I just didn't know, like, are you the antagonist? Are you helping the protagonist here? Like, what's your vibe? And we never really got that fully formed from him.
What I got from him was he was trying to take control of everything there. Like, he was not a fan of not being the head of that division. And his ultimate goal was to get rid of all these things.
So he was
but it was super weird.
Sexist asshole is what you're saying, because he does not like that women are in charge, because women ran that site.
1,000%.
We now know.
He did not appreciate that they thought of the symbiotes as anything other than things they needed to destroy.
Gotcha. And like all the doctors were like, scientists were like, yo, they're like real living things that we have to appreciate.
Yeah.
Well, I guess when you got the name Rex Strickland, you're a sexist who just wants to destroy alien life. I guess that's the vibe, man.
That's all the signs lead down that road. Clyde.
Symbiotes under the control of Dread took over the host, except for one soldier named Rex Strickland. So he's actually from the comics, so that's interesting there.
Okay.
All right, moving forward here, we got Juno Temple as Dr. Teddy Payne, a scientist for Imperium, haunted by the death of her brother from a lightning strike that left her arm scarred, who becomes a symbiote later in life there. Another character where it's just like cool setup.
Yeah.
But like, what are you doing? What is this about? Why are you on screen?
That whole thing really kind of fell apart there at the end, I felt like.
Yeah.
Like we had a lot leading up to meeting all of these symbiotes, and then just not enough time to learn kind of about any of them, really. Which kind of sucked because they were all pretty awesome in their own right with what they were doing.
Yeah, and like I would have liked. I mean, the movie's at 109 minutes, right? So not long at all, and that's fine. But if you introduce the road trip buddy of Brock and Venom, and you have that, but then you throw Strickland, Payne, Mulligan makes a comeback.
Martin Moon,
right? Like, like this is so much like, yeah, like Martin, like that even was like very interesting. But at least they got to like really interact. We'll talk about Reese fans, who's another guy who's just like, hey, I hang out in the MCU wherever the hell you need me. Also, I also hang out in the Sony MCU wherever the hell you need me. So, but like they're just characters that like are here, but like to move the story forward, it's just like, are we fleshing you out, or are you just here to be a pawn for Eddie Brock? And that's fine, that's cool, but like there should not be any setup of your character. And I feel like, especially with Dr. Teddy Payne, there was with like the haunted dream of her brother, and then what happens later. Is it setting up for future stuff?
Well, I mean, right now it's like the only one that's really left.
Yeah, true.
Well, there was obviously that little thing, the in credit stuff, but as far as the full screen time, that was the only one that was like still intact.
Yeah, very true there. Speaking of Reese Ifans, we have him as Martin Moon, a hippie and an alien enthusiast who Eddie kind of hangs out with for a lot of the movie. Him and his family, Alana Ubach as Nova Moon, and their kids, Echo and Leaf. They're going to Area 51, and they end up dropping him off in Vegas. But they have those like small moments, and I think like for me, Tom Hardy really shines with this family, like as far as his acting. And they're like small moments, right? He's still like down on his luck. He still looks like shit. Venom is still like in his head, like talking and stuff like that, being an asshole. But like for me, the way that Tom Hardy was able to interact with Echo and Leaf, I thought that was really good acting. Anytime Tom Hardy was on screen, awesome.
Yeah, agreed.
Loved it. The other parts when he was not, I didn't like. But Reese Fans is another one, man. Didn't he play? He was in The Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, he was Dr. Connor, right?
He was the Lizard. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, these guys are just jumping in and out of like. I love how they said like we hate. Venom was like, we hate the multiverse sucks, or we hate the multiverse, and then there's just got multiverse all in this damn thing. So what are you talking about?
I didn't really recognize him as Martin Moon on the screen. I didn't recognize him until I read this, that's who that was, because he looked. I mean, he just looked different with all the hair. He didn't really have his normal kind of. Couldn't see his face really.
He had both of his arms. It was really confusing. You know what I mean?
It was so confusing.
This is not Kirk Connors.
Yeah.
What kind of world are we in right now? All right, man. Moving forward here, we got Stephen Graham as Patrick Mulligan, is a former police detective who was infected with the symbiote after encountering Carnage, Left 4 Dead, all that good stuff there. Anyway,
Right.
just another person that we saw in the second movie and was pretty boring in this.
Yeah, he's
Really
just
didn't
a
need him.
voice.
Yeah, really didn't need him at all. But
It's
he
kind of
was in
like
it.
that. He was kind of like that moment in Killer Clowns from Outer Space where the clown has his arm up the dude's spine. It's kind of he was that guy.
I love how that brought it back.
Yeah.
Full circle right there. We're back to Killer Clowns, ladies and
He
gentlemen.
was just a puppet. That's all he was. This movie.
Just the puppet. Moving forward, we have Peggy Lou as Mrs. Chen. Can't have a Venom movie without Mrs. Chen. She's a convenience store owner who befriended Eddie and Venom, and they hang out with her in Vegas when they get to Vegas. And then, like, the whole point of this movie is to run away from that big ass alien and not be seen.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, Venom told Eddie, I can't fully transform or we'll get attacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in regards with like Miss Chen, like I don't know why they needed to do Venom needed to do like a humongous dance party thing. It was just like a weird thing. Mind
It's so
you,
terrible.
like it was campy, it was funny, and like I enjoyed it, but at the same exact time, if you're on the run from this alien thing that can spot you from anywhere in the world, if you are fully formed and can see the codex,
Mm-hmm.
you want the smoke, like right, like you want the problems.
Yeah, I mean, I was, Miss Chin interactions in these movies is always funny.
Yeah,
She's a good character in the movie, but that whole what once they started dancing and it turned into like a big thing, I did not enjoy that part of it.
yeah,
Really.
yeah.
Like everything else was all right, but that was just kind of like that was pushing the limits of let me see what I can do in this movie, and because it's Tom Hardy and Venom, that it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
So
We got Clark Bacco as Sadie Christmas, a researcher for Emporium who temporarily bonds with a Venom symbiote at the end, and is in the big battle at the end. That's like it reminded me, that big battle at the end reminded me of Iron Man 3. You know what I mean? Like all these symbiotes, all these Iron Man suits, cool. Let's fight, yay! That's
and it
what it
was
kind of
like a lot
reminded
of
me of.
it was like a lot of background noise.
Unnecessary, yeah,
Yeah,
just
I mean
stuff
they
that is
were
happening to
they
make
were
it to make
fighting
the
and
world
stuff.
bigger.
Yeah, they were fighting and stuff, and didn't really get enough of them up front. I didn't feel like I really
Yeah.
would have liked to see that go down a little bit better than watching them in the blurred background of something else going on fighting.
Yeah, like remember the Transformers
Beast Wars?
the last live action movie that came
Yeah.
out, the Beast Wars or Rise of the Beast or whatever it was,
Yeah.
where that last battle was like, what the hell is going on? Who's fighting
Yeah.
who? It's just like gray on gray. It was just weird. That's kind of the same vibe that I
I
got
agree.
there. There's so much going on, you really couldn't tell. At least in Iron Man 3, like every specific Iron Man suit kind of had its own screen time
Mm-hmm.
and its own like love for that suit. So that was really cool. They didn't do this justice. They didn't do these different Venom symbiotes justice. I thought so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as far as that, I think Sadie's character in that green symbiote kind of took most of that screen time.
True.
And even then, it wasn't great screen time.
Yeah.
That's the worst part about it. Wasn't. I mean, you saw her jump on the alien things and like stab them. That was about it.
Yeah. No, agreed. And it also helps that Clark Bacco is very nice looking doctor.
Agreed.
Um, we talked about Atlanta Ubach. She's Nova Moon, Martin's wife and fellow hippie. Isn't she the mom from Ted?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So, that was really cool to kind of see her in this role, but it's the hippie mom. So
Yeah.
didn't really add much to the didn't really add much to anything.
Yeah.
And then we got Andy Serkis, the director of Let There Be Carnage, as Null, the creator of the symbiote who seeks Eddie and Venom's codex to free himself. So, like, for me, I'm tired of the MacGuffin, right? That item
Yeah.
that must be obtained in order for X, Y, and Z to happen. Now, I say that, but the entire Infinity Saga was about MacGuffins, right? But it was awesome how they did that, right? That's my
There's a big
damn
difference if it's a good story to a little bit not as good story.
right. And even like the in Infinity War was just all about getting these damn MacGuffins. And I feel like Tony Stark was right, man. Why can't we just flush this thing down the toilet or put it down a drain pipe or something like that and let's call it a day,
Or
right? But
or
um
or Rhodey, right? Why can't we just go back in time and baby Thanos, you know?
just yeah. He's like,
I
"Oh, I'm
just
the weird
watched
one, guys. I'm the weird one."
That's funny. I watched Endgame and Infinity War this weekend.
So good,
So
so
good.
good, man.
Such a good time.
But no, like, so like this creator of the symbiotes needs the codex to free himself, and we got like the top of his head the entire
Yeah.
time. We never saw his face until the end and like the uh end credit scene. So he felt like a villain that was just like, oh well, it's a movie that they're gonna figure it out by the end of the movie, so we don't have to worry about this bad guy. Also, he sends like the monster. After them, we'll talk about the monster in a few minutes. There, the look and feel of this movie, man. For me, you know, I like that it was a road trip movie that didn't really get far. Mexico.
They were almost as far away from New York as they could possibly be. They even went the wrong way. Like
They went the wrong way.
they took them
Oh my god.
more west than they really needed to go.
They
So
went
good.
they went up out of Mexico and they took a left.
Yeah.
They just went all west. Uh but then like you know, so I like them being out there like on the lam, on the run. But then like see Vegas is always fun, right? I wish we would have saw more Vegas. I think that little bit of scene that we saw with Venom kind of at the slot
Yeah.
machine or whatever was interesting and fun and funny and campy, and I enjoyed it. But like, if you're gonna do like a buddy road trip movie and you're in Vegas, like give me more than that. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So, you really could have cut out a lot of what the doctors were doing the ex police officer was doing, and gave me more of them too, and I would have enjoyed it more. But also I didn't really like the music was by Dan Deacon, and it was one of those scores that just was not rememberable at all.
Yeah.
Like I'm saw the movie a couple days ago, and I can't really recall what happened. Like what he like the nothing like came about. There was no feeling of a good score from this guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I think
Agreed.
this is like the biggest movie that he's done, is what it looks like here.
There's a
So
lot
it
of
was
dark
interesting
knowledge.
that he was used too. So interesting.
Yeah.
Um all right, let me talk about a theme here.
All right. Power of friendship. So
the power of friendship.
actually, this one could be the power of friendship or the power of love, just depending on the way you look at the ending of it.
Do you do you think Eddie and Venom loved each other?
Yes. I don't think they realized it.
Okay. You're dropping knowledge on me right now. Let's go.
They don't realize it until they are separated.
About how much they need each other.
Correct.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like.
I mean, you gotta think. I mean,
like that take.
Where would Eddie be at this point if he didn't have Venom?
Let's see. Let me go back for a second here, and I'll tell you.
Well, he got fired from his job, remember, and all that stuff. So
he would be.
Actually, he'd be dead. Actually,
he'd be with the amazing Michelle Williams, right? No, because she was with Reed.
Yeah, she left him before he got Venom.
Gosh, yeah, his life would have been.
Yeah, he'd been a mess. No, I mean, as far as them spending so much time together and doing everything they've done, they don't realize they need each other until they're actually separated, and it's kind of sad.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with this take. With that bit of knowledge that you just dropped, I'm gonna go with this take right here. You really don't know what you got until it's gone. I think that's the theme of this movie. Because remember, like the first movie and even like a lot of the second one, there was a lot of bickering and arguing between these two about how much they like did not like each other, but needed each other to get to whatever goal they were trying to get to.
Right.
And this one, like they finally be like, shit, we're on the lam. We need each other. We're the what do they call themselves? The protector or whatever, silent protector, or
lethal protector,
or whatever. Definitely not silent. Venom has never been silent, but that's what they call it. So like they find out that they need each other to survive, to kind of do the damn thing, because that's all they got is each other.
Oh yeah.
And then like just kind of I guess the reason why he danced with Miss Chin is because like it's called Venom: The Last Dance, so you got to have some dancing in it. I don't know why that just came back full circle as well, but I'll allow it.
There you go. I'll cheers to that.
All right, team. That is our conversation about 2024's Tom Hardy flick, Venom: The Last Dance. JV, give me your thoughts and ratings on this movie, brother.
Yeah, I had a good time for it being a Venom movie, but I think it kind of slacked compared to the first and the second one big time. Just the whole kind of the different pieces. If I felt like it was had such a big weave of things going on that I feel like it lost sight of the symbiotes and what we were there kind of to see. But I mean, it was still a good time. The Miss Chin was fun to see her in there, and then you have some new people, doctors and things like that, that really kind of help set in motion this whole thing of there's probably a bunch more of these on the planet as well.
Yeah.
But all in all, this will get 3 buckets from me this week.
Okay.
What about you?
Yeah. You have a lot of star power in this movie, man.
Oh yeah.
Okay. You have Tom Hardy, who's been on top of his game forever, right? You got Chiwetel Ejiofor, fantastic. And then you got Juno Temple coming off of Ted Lasso, so like, you know, she's in high demand. So like, use her. She's awesome. She's amazing. She's strikingly beautiful. Great actor. Like, use her, right? Like, develop stuff with her. And the best parts of this movie is when we only get Tom and Venom, Eddie and Venom, and them on their backpacking road trip, buddy. Like, let's get to like New York, which is just like the best part. And them running away from this whole monster, like itself, is the best part.
Oh yeah. I agree with that, 1,000%.
And him being like Venom being absolutely scared of this thing is the best part. And then like Eddie being like, "What the hell are you afraid of?" You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Everything else that was in it was just really unnecessary. You know what? I'm gonna say this, man.
Uh-oh. Let it out. Let it out for the world to hear.
Once again, Sony just wants to print money. That's all they care about. They don't really care about the product as long as it makes money. It's like how, and I don't eat at McDonald's anymore, but McDonald's has a McDouble and a double cheeseburger. I don't know which one costs more. I don't know which one makes more money for the company. But they don't care about the product because it's typically the same exact damn thing. Sony
just
goes
shaped a little different.
Just shaped a little different, right? We're just maybe one less pickle or something. Who the hell knows? But like, I say that because they did the same thing with the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Like, studio interference, execs who have literally never seen a comic book, picked up a comic book, read a comic book, watched a comic book movie, are making these grand decisions on what needs to be in these movies, and then like this looked really cut and recast and like a bunch of other shit happened as well. It happened during the 2023 SAG-AFTRA strike as well, so like that kind of messed things up. It just looks really bloated and confused, and things were cut out and added and changed. Where like, if you just let people do their damn jobs.
Yeah.
Kelly Marcel now has worked on all 3 movies, and she finally directed this one. Like, so like you can't say the movie was in bad hands, right? Because she's writ all 3 of them. It's damn studio interference, man. Trying to build a stupid Spider-Man universe at Sony only. Just like, why not just lease Spider-Man in the Spider-Man universe to the MCU and just make money? That's it.
I would love to see a Venom movie under Kevin's vision.
Yes.
I would love to see that.
Especially like coming off of like Deadpool and Wolverine and like where he can go with it. Like if we got a rated R Venom movie,
that'd be gross. Super gross.
It would be super gross.
I mean, my man just eats heads. Like
I did think about
like
that.
Chocolate and heads. That's what he's about.
I didn't think about that at all. Actually, you're right.
Super gross.
That did not.
Yeah.
Nope, didn't think about that at all, my man. You are definitely right about that. No, so like this movie, man, like I enjoyed Tom Hardy. I enjoyed him as Eddie Brock and him as Venom, but everything else kind of like was flat. And for me, I'm right there with you. This gets 3 buckets of popcorn just because I trust Kelly did the best she can, and then Tom did the best he can with how the studio interfered. You can just tell, man, that the studio interfered with this movie so damn much. Hate it. I don't know if it's ADR, ARAD or something, but like it just happens. 3 buckets of popcorn. and I wanted better for this send-off.
Agreed.
Thank you for subscribing to this week's episode, talking through Venom: The Last Dance. Next week, we will be discussing the Luke Evans film, Weekend in Taipei.
You can catch that in a theater near you.
Like always, I am Clyde Smith. You can find me across all socials as I am Clyde D. Smith.
I am Javier Villalobos. You can find me across all socials at Mr. J8200.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.